Feel the peace of tonight's tale as it gently guides you to sleep. Safafa and the River Nymph. This story is about Akalitha and river nymph Dand, who display courage to save their village from a dragon. In a quaint village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, there lived a kind-hearted young woman named Akalitha. Every evening, she would walk down the winding path that led to the glistening river, her favorite place to be. The river was home to many wonders, but the greatest of them all was a river nymph named Dand. Dand had long, flowing hair that shimmered like liquid gold in the sunlight, eyes as blue as the deepest ocean, and a voice that could soothe the fiercest storm. One day, the village was threatened by a ferocious dragon that had settled in the nearby mountains. In their distress, the villagers gathered, uncertain of what to do. Akalith sat filled with both fear and determination. She knew that she had to find courage within herself to protect her home. With a determined heart, Akalith made her way to the river to seek Dand's help. As she approached the riverbed, she called out to the nymph with a voice that trembled yet resonated with resolve. And emerged from the water, her presence like a beacon of hope. Akalith explained the dire situation, her eyes pleading for the nymph's assistance. Dand listened carefully, her serene composure never wavering. She promised to help, for she cherished the village and its people just as much as Akalith. Together, they devised a plan to confront the dragon. Akalith would venture into the mountains to find the dragon's lair, while Dand would use her magical abilities to calm the beast. As Akalith climbed the rugged path leading to the dragon, doubts tried to creep into her mind, but thoughts of her beloved village and Dand's unwavering belief in her kept her going. Finally, Akalith stood before the dragon's lair. She took a deep breath and called out to the dragon. From within the dark cave, the dragon emerged, its eyes blazing like fiery rubies. Akalith's knees trembled, but she stood her ground and spoke with a voice that did not waver. She explained to the dragon the devastation it had caused and pleaded for it to leave in peace. Just as the dragon was about to retaliate, Dand appeared, her presence serene and powerful. She sang a hauntingly beautiful melody that wrapped around the dragon like a gentle embrace. The dragon's fierce eyes softened, and it began to listen. In songs spoke of peace, understanding, and harmony. By the time she finished, the dragon was no longer a creature of fear. It bowed its head in gratitude and promised to leave the village unharmed. Akalith and Dand returned to the village, greeted as heroes. The villagers celebrated their bravery, but none more so than Akalith, who had found a courage she had never known existed within her. The bond between Akalith and Dand grew even stronger, and the village thrived under their watchful care. And so Akalith and Dand's story became a legend, one of courage, friendship, and the extraordinary power of belief. The next story awaits, calm and peaceful. Nymphaea and Crocus, the Secret Library of Dreams. This story is about Nymphaea and a mischievous pixie Crocus discovering the enchanted secret library of dreams together. Nymphaea walked through the forest, her heart light with the pure joy a sunny day brings. She had always loved finding new places to read her favorite books. This time, she was determined to discover the fabled secret library of dreams, a place whispered among the village elders, where every book held a magical story. Crocus, a mischievous pixie with a heart of gold, had been covertly following Nymphaea. He loved playing pranks, but his curiosity about Nymphaea's quest had gotten the better of him. He finally revealed himself, flitting round excitedly. "Fairfee, your idea sounds absolutely wonderful. May I join you?" His wings sparkled with anticipation. "Nymphaea, surprised but delighted, agree. They walked deeper into the forest, sharing stories and laughter as the leaves rustled around them. The deeper they ventured, the more enchanting the surroundings became. The sunlight fell through the trees began to look like golden streams of magic. Finally, they found an ancient oak tree, its bark covered in intricate carvings. As they approached, the carvings glowed and a hidden door creaked open. Inside, they found a secret library of dreams. Every book they picked up whisked them away to different worlds. Together, they soared on dragons, solved riddles with wise old wizards, and swam with mermaids in emerald waters. Crocus and Nymphea lost track of time, completely immersed in the enchantment around them. Exhausted but content, they finally rested among the soft cushions of the library. When she, Crocus, Nymphea whispered, "I could never have imagined such adventure without you." Crocus, with a rare softness in his eyes, replied, "Thank you, Nymphea, for letting me be a part of your dream." Their bond grew deeper that day, forged in the magic of stories that they now knew would never fade from their hearts. Another gentle tale is ready to be shared. Titania and Nymphea, the art of compromise. This story is about Titania and Nymphea, who learned the importance of compromise to preserve their friendship and the beauty of Laughing River. Once upon a time, in a land where the rolling hills met the clear, shimmering lakes, there lived a young girl named Titania. She had hair the color of golden wheat and eyes that sparkled like the morning dew. Titania loved to wander, and her favorite place to explore was the Laughing River. It was not just any river. It was alive with stories and songs, and it had a unique inhabitant, a graceful nymph named Nymphea. Nymphea, the Laughing River, was as elegant as the flowing water. Her long hair cascaded like the river's transparence, and her laughter was as cheerful as the babbling brook. One bright morning, Titania and Nymphea's paths crossed. "Good morning," Nymphea sighed. Titania called softly, her voice gentle like a whispering breeze. "Good morning, Titania," replied Nymphea with a gracious smile. "How do you fare this lovely day with her?" They shared stories and played charming games along the river, their laughter mingling with the sound of the flowing water. As days passed, the two became inseparable friends. They could often be seen together, basking in the beauty of nature, their bond growing stronger with each passing moment. But one day, they had a disagreement. Titania wanted to build a small house by the river bank to stay closer to her friend. But Nymphea, who cherished the river's natural, untamed beauty, feared that even a small house would disrupt the tranquil surroundings. Nymphea pleaded, "I promise it will be a tiny, simple house, just for me to stay near you." For that, Nymphea's eyes clouded with worry. "The Laughing River is meant to be wild and free, Titania. A house might change that. Can we not find another way?" Titania thought long and hard, her love for her friend and the river making the decision difficult. Suddenly, an idea bloomed like the flowers in spring. "What if I live in a houseboat?" Titania suggested excitedly. "That way, I can be close to you and the river without changing the land." Nymphea's eyes sparkled with delight. "Oh, Titania, that's perfect. It's a wonderful compromise where the two friends worked together, creating a beautiful houseboat that gently floated on the Laughing River." Titania filled it with her favorite things, and it became a symbol of their friendship and the perfect balance between man and nature. Each day, Titania and Nymphea would celebrate their bond, knowing they had both found happiness through understanding and compromise. From then on, the Laughing River sang even more melodiously, a testament to the harmony between Titania and Nymphea and the art of compromise. Now, let's enter another chapter of tonight's journey. Susan and the Kind-Hearted Giant's Lesson of Belonging. This story is about Susan and a kind-hearted giant named Camellia finding comfort in their differences and teaching their village the true meaning of belonging. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among the rolling hills, lived a young girl named Susan. Susan often felt like she didn't belong. She was smaller than the other children and rarely joined their games. One day, while wandering in the forest, she stumbled upon a giant, weeping beneath a towering camellia tree. The giant, named Camellia, had gentle eyes and a kind smile, but felt lonely because of her enormous size. Seeing Susan, Camellia wiped her tears and offered a soft smile. "Why are you here?" Camellia asked. Susan sat down beside Camellia and shared her feelings of being different and alone. With a deep sigh, Camellia spoke about her own struggles with fitting in. Despite their differences, they found comfort in each other's company. Days turned into weeks, and Susan and Camellia spent countless hours together. They laughed, shared stories, and helped each other see the beauty in their uniqueness. Camellia taught Susan to look at the world through the lens of love and acceptance. Susan crafted a beautiful wreath from wildflowers and placed it atop Camellia's head, making the giant blush with happiness. In return, Camellia carved a small wooden pendant of a heart and gave it to Susan. The pendant symbolized their special bond. From that day on, they knew they belonged together, not because they were the same, but because of the love and acceptance they had for each other. The villagers soon noticed the change in Susan. She walked with newfound confidence, and the children welcomed her into their games, inspired by her friendship with the gentle giant. Camellia, too, found acceptance among the villagers and was no longer seen as an outcast. They celebrated together, weaving their lives into a beautiful tapestry of belonging. And so, in that small village among the hills, Susan and Camellia taught the world that true belonging comes from the heart. Rest well, and let go of the day's cares.